also reducing our number.
Also in the bulletin, NPP presidential hopeful face vetting and confident of approval for primaries.
I had a good interaction with the committee. As you're all aware, I've been through this exercise on several other occasions, so I'm quite familiar and comfortable with this process.
I think some people's one took 2 hours, so 1 hour is the shortest that I think has been. It means that everything went well, the conversation was smooth, I answered all the questions they asked to the best of my ability.
And in CNR business, Ghana's Citi ranked among worst performing African currencies, depreciating by 11.21% in first half of 2023.
Extraordinary happens again on the market that changes the dynamics. We are still very much in that junk territory and still at the distress levels really, so it doesn't change so much. You will see movements around the current levels.
Now, in our first story, 2 persons involved in the killing of Police Lance Corporal Callistus Amwa have been remanded into police custody and charged with counts of conspiracy to commit murder and murder. The 2, Benjamin Ojogbe and Rashid Abdul, according to police sources, were part of a gang of armed robbers who attacked a bullion van at Ablekuma Fan Milk Star Oil filling station, killing the police officer in the process. CCTV footage of the incident revealed one of the robbers moving close to the passenger side of the bullion van, shooting at the police officer. The police have since been on a manhunt for the suspects. On Monday, however, the 2 accused persons were arraigned at the Kaneshie District Court, but their pleas were not taken. Now, according to the information made available to the court, the robbers bolted with over 145,000 Ghana cedis. Now, in some other news, the Attorney General Godfred Yeboah Dame has expressed concerns over comments made by some persons in high position, which is in view could affect the ongoing criminal trial of Assin North Member of Parliament-elect James Jachi Kwesen. This follows calls by the Domahine Osiadeyo Ajiman Bedu II, who is also a High Court judge, for the Attorney General to discontinue the trial. There is more in this report.
The Attorney General Godfred Yeboah Dame has raised concerns regarding comments made by certain individuals in high positions that could potentially impact the ongoing criminal trial of Assin North MP-elect James Jachi Kwesen. Mr. Kwesen is currently facing charges of perjury and deceiving a public official after allegedly denying allegiance to any country other than Ghana during the 2020 elections. The decision to proceed with the trial has faced criticism from some quarters, with claims of intimidation targeting the NDC legislator who emerged victorious in the recent by-election held on June 27. Kwesen's legal team has already filed an appeal seeking to overturn the High Court's ruling to hear the case on a daily basis. Amidst these developments, there's a growing demand for the state to discontinue the trial, with Domahine Osiadeyo Ajiman Bedu II, a chief who also serves as a High Court judge, urging the Attorney General to enter a nolle prosequa, effectively dropping the charges. However, Godfred Yeboah Dame, in a response, expressed concern over the potential impact of such comments on the fair adjudication of the case.
I'm not going to comment on it right now. I'll come up with a proper statement on the matter, and it will be in respect of all comments generally which have the tendency to subvert the administration of justice. I think that is very unhealthy for our democratic dispensation, and therefore we must not countenance it. And I find all manner of lawyers, some of them in considerable standing at the bar, making all kinds of comments affecting even the hearing of cases that are going on. Indeed, we are all equal before the law.
Meanwhile, the Court of Appeal has overturned a decision by the new trial judge in the case involving Dr. Stephen Opuni, the former CEO of the Ghana Cocoa Board. The trial judge, Justice Anoche Jima, had ruled to start the proceedings afresh due to various defense applications seeking the recusal of Justice Honyenuga based on allegations of bias. Disagreeing with the decision, Attorney General Godfred Yeboah-Dame filed an appeal, arguing that it amounted to a miscarriage of justice. The Court of Appeal, after considering the appeal, concluded that the trial judge had erred by misdirecting himself in ordering a fresh trial. Attorney General Godfred Dame expressed satisfaction with the appellate court's decision during a media interview following the proceedings.
It is actually not unconventional for criminal proceedings to be adopted in a trial, and so it cannot be correct that when it comes to civil matters there's provision for adoption of evidence, and in criminal matters there's no such provision. Indeed, the true position of the law is that it is actually up to the trial judge to make that determination, and the trial judge makes that determination based on factors that it considers necessary. And if the parties are aggrieved by the exercise of that discretion, the parties are entitled to lodge an appeal, which we did. And we felt that the matters that were relied upon by the trial judge were, with all respect to him, quite irrelevant, and therefore the proper thing to do, which is actually the most progressive step in the circumstances, was for the evidence to be adopted and for us to move on. And I think that it is actually a little bit backward, with all respect, for a trial which has advanced to this stage for an order to be made that we should start de novo. It will amount to giving the evidence twice. It will amount to giving any of the parties to the matter a second bite at the cherry.
Now, in a display of frustration, the chiefs and residents of Nyankrom, Abuesi and Shama, located in the Shama district of the Western region, took to the streets on Monday morning to demand better roads. The impassioned demonstrators blocked the main entrance roads to Nyankrom and Shama, causing traffic congestion and inconvenience for workers commuting. Now, according to the protesters, they were compelled to demonstrate due to unfulfilled promises of road repairs, despite hosting important installations such as the Abuaze Thermal Plant, Twyford Keda Ceramics and Marco Polo, a water-closet manufacturing company, all of which utilize heavy-duty trucks that deteriorate the roads. Citi News' Western Regional Correspondent Akwesi Ejeyanim provides the details.
This road is the primary route leading to the Nyankrom community in the Shama district. It is the same road used by several companies, including Marco Polo Water-Closet Manufacturing Company, Twyford Keda Ceramics, Zeal Environmental Technologies, and Zoe Ghana Limited. Although the 1.7-kilometer road was under construction prior to 2017, with some gutters already constructed, the project has been on hold since then, despite assurances from authorities to address the issue. Since the situation in Nyankrom is similar to that in Abuesi and Shama, the chiefs and residents organized a demonstration on Monday morning to voice their concerns regarding the poor condition of the roads.
Nyankrom is suffering a lot, and we appeal to the SDA, that is Shama District Assembly. We went there last year, that was 7th of June 2022. We met DCE, the heads of the various companies in Nyankrom went there, including me and our colleagues in Nyankrom. They assure us that on the 13th of June, they will come and make our road a more trouble way. But they didn't. That means they failed us. They promised us, but they couldn't fulfill their promises. That's why we are demonstrating this to create awareness to the government that our road is still poor state. This is first warning. We are giving them 2 weeks. When they did not do anything, we will block our way so that any company will not operate on this very road. That's why we are doing this demonstration.
Our main reason for this demonstration is that Shama district has been neglected for far too long. Since the inception of NPP government, our NDC time, they gave this Nyankrom Road and the Anglo Beach for contract. So when the NPP government came to power, they canceled the contract and then they said they were looking into the agreement. Since up till now, nothing. Look at our road. We have companies here, big companies that use big trucks. Daytime, so one truck loaded toilet seat, full 20-foot container. It fell down. It fell down and destroyed everything. Since for almost 8 years now, nothing, absolutely nothing has been done on our roads. They said year of roads, 2020, 2021, 2022. We didn't experience anything. We didn't get anything, not even half a kilometer of road, nothing, absolutely nothing. We are singing our song. We are singing our own songs. Now we are singing our own song. If they don't hear and they come and do the needful, they come and do the rightful thing, we will take another action. Because this demonstration will go on and on and on and on. We are not stopping because we are tired. We are fed up. We are just fed up. Look at our district capital, from Shama Junction to the district capital. Look at the road. So bad, so shameful. Why? When the president comes to Shama, he passes on that road. Whichever minister passes, everybody passes on that road. You go to the district assembly. Why have you neglected us? What have you done? Are we not part of Ghana? Are we not Ghanaians? Are we not giving the Western way? When there's oil money, the oil money, you've sent it to Achim. And they all the roads in Achim are asphalt. Even to the cemetery, it's asphalt. Why? What have we done? Shama, what have we done? No, they are killing our unborn babies.
As the demonstrators proceeded to the Shama District Assembly to present their petition to the District Chief Executive, they erected roadblocks on the Nyankrom and Shama roads, leading to traffic congestion. The situation attracted a significant number of police personnel who dispersed the crowd and resulted to manhandling of some of the protesters, resulting in injuries. The Queen Mother of Nyankrom, on behalf of the demonstrators, ultimately presented their petition to the Shama District Assembly. The petition was received by the Deputy Coordinating Director, Emil Benedict. After the presentation, the Queen Mother of Nyankrom expressed disappointment at the absence of the DCE, Ebenezer Dazi, and the Coordinating Director. She vowed to continue the demonstration if they do not receive satisfactory answers, even in the face of police brutality.
Not a pleasant thing. And so we are not surprised that our MP, our DC, or Coordinating Director, none of them is here. But the kind of torture, the kind of pain they've made us go through, that has pushed us to embark on this demonstration. Had it been that they had come forward to give us information, to let us know that indeed it's in the pipeline, they are working on it, we wouldn't have come this far. We think that it's about time we took the bull by the horn. That is why today we are here. Yes, there were unpleasant scenes between the police and the demonstrators. We were having peaceful demonstration. But when we were coming from Newsroom to Shama Junction, there was no policeman. But we were able to conduct ourselves properly and well. We were well organized until we go to Shama Junction, when the drivers have decided that no car should move. When we got there, the police allowed some taxi drivers and trotro to move. They infuriated the drivers, and they confronted the people. Why did they allow them to move? Then the tear gas exploded.
In response, the Deputy Coordinating Director of Shama, Emil Benedict, assured them that their concerns will be addressed.
Let's now do some politics. The new Patriotic Party's presidential candidate hopefuls Dr. Bawumia, Alan Kyerematen and Kojo Poku have faced the vetting committee and are confident of being approved to contest the upcoming presidential primaries.
The vetting took place at the election and campaign office of the New Patriotic Party in Kokomlemle, Accra. Unlike the previous events where nomination forms were picked amidst the fanfare, the flag-bearer hopefuls were accompanied by a small number of supporters and campaign members for the vetting process. Former Minister of Trade and Industry, Alan Kojo Kyerematen, was the first to face the vetting committee. Having contested in 3 previous elections, Alan Kyerematen expressed satisfaction with the conduct of the vetting committee.
I've just had the opportunity of going through the vetting process for presidential aspirants for our party, and I had a good interaction with the committee. As you're all aware, I've been through this exercise on several other occasions, so I'm quite familiar and comfortable with this process.
He also revealed his campaign plans after the vetting process.
Tomorrow, I will start my constituency tours in Greater Accra. I have decided that I'll introduce an innovation into my constituency tours by clustering constituencies for the purpose of bringing our party executives together, not just within their own constituencies, but in a few other constituencies in the cluster. That will help energize the rank and file of our party. I mean, it's all about making sure that we work together as a party in our march towards victory 2024.
Businessman Kojo Poku, who was second in line, exuded confidence in receiving approval from the committee and emerging victorious in the polls.
Why would anybody lead their supporters along the way when they have now gone this far? I started this process last year, February, and with all the support I have across the nation, it shows that I am the one who the youth of this nation are looking forward to. I don't see anyhow any form that I'm going to look. The 5 that is going to be shortlisted, I am one of the first people that will come through the shortlist. Then from that, the November election, inshallah, I will most definitely win the election.
He spoke to the media about the proceedings following the meeting with the vetting committee.
Because like I said, it's a family matter and it's confidential. As you are aware, only me were allowed into the vetting. And basically what transpired is the processes that we have gone through, verifications of the documentation that we presented, and a conversation among ourselves. I think some people's one took 2 hours. So 1 hour is the shortest that I think has been. It means that everything went well. The conversation was smooth. I answered all the questions they asked in the best of my ability.
What communication did you get from the committee?
Cordial.
You were impressed?
Very impressed. But when you finish speaking and people are able to clap for you, then it means they are impressed with what you said, you have told them. And after the end, I got the clapping.
What were the remarks from the committee?
I have done very well. Look, it's the message. I've always said that this contest is a contest of message. It's a contest of message. It's a contest of individuals basically being in a position to say that this is what the problems in the party is. This is the problem that is going around, and you have solutions for those problems. And I think I do have those.
Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia appeared last before the committee with an advanced team and his security detail welcoming him to the election and campaign office. After the vetting, supporters of Dr. Bawumia expressed confidence in his ability to win the upcoming polls. The Professor Mike Committee is expected to continue sittings on Tuesday, where Kennedy Ohini Ejapon, Kwabena Eje Ejapon, and Boache Ejako are expected to take turns to appear before the committee. Reporting for Citi News, Hansen Ajeman.
This is the Citi Newsroom. I'm Frema Edunyame. Still to come. Business community wants government to give tax reliefs in upcoming mid-year budget review. We have the details coming up shortly. Please stay.
Today he has been extra sweet, and the way he looks on me.
I have done everything by the book. It's on. Hey, but I have to get some condoms, Charlie.
Using a condom will protect you and your partner from HIV, STIs, and unplanned pregnancy. Condoms are an effective way for protection against HIV infection. Don't take risks. Use a condom every time. Always come prepared.
This advert is brought to you by the Ghana AIDS Commission and Ghana Health Service.
Pepsodent is aware that globally, 1 in 2 children suffer from cavities. That's why by giving her Pepsodent, you're not only protecting her teeth, but also helping her grow up and thrive at every stage of her life with a healthy and confident smile, so she can succeed and achieve all of her dreams. Because every smile matters.
Thanks for staying. Stakeholders in the business community are urging the government to introduce tax relief measures during the upcoming mid-year budget review. And according to Section 28 of the Public Financial Management Act 2016, Act 921, the Finance Minister, Ken Oforiatta, is required by law to present the mid-year budget review to Parliament on 27th July. The business community is emphasizing the need for the government to address taxation issues and create a conducive environment for businesses to thrive. Citi News' Kweku Ejama Ansah has more in this report.
The mid-year budget review follows the receipt of the first tranche of $600 from the $3 billion IMF bailout package aimed at revitalizing the Ghanaian economy. However, the implementation of the package has had certain consequences for its citizens. Several months ago, Parliament passed 3 new tax laws, including the Excise Duty Amendment Bill and the Growth and Sustainability Levy Bill, with the intention of generating more domestic revenue. Unfortunately, these new taxes have posed challenges for the business community. The Ghana Union of Traders Associations, GUTA, representing businesses in Ghana, is particularly concerned about the current taxation system and its impact.
The taxes have been so many, and then the rates are also very high, and that's why we are still calling that most of these taxes will be looked into. If even we have to reduce some of the tax rates, we've done something. That's why we are calling for mitigating measures that will cushion the plight of businesses. Now there's no COVID, and the president have mentioned that, and that we don't need it on the table. Once COVID is out of the table now, it has become a new norm, and we are charging for what? It was a one-purpose tax that was to support the fight of the COVID. Now that COVID is no more, as WHO have said, I think it's still putting unnecessary burden on businesses. The special import levy, which has also been a nuisance tax. It was introduced so many years during the previous administration, and they said that after the sunset, that's after that particular problem have been off, they will take it off the table, and it's still there.
The Importers and Exporters Association of Ghana shares similar concerns, fearing that these taxation policies may lead to the closure of many businesses.
I have no confidence in this government. I have lost trust in this government. Likewise, my other colleagues, even to the extent that the freedom and the enjoyment that this government enjoy from the business community, especially my friends from Gupta, because most of these government policies were supported and endorsed by Gupta. And today, they are worried because their members are crying in the market there. If you go to the market there, everybody's crying. So if you ask me to come in media budget review, I'll tell you I have no, I don't expect anything. It's hopeless. There's nothing that will restore confidence in the business community. If you ask them, they will tell you, oh, but there has been some stability in the city. Yes, if there has been some stability in the city, what about the interest rate? What about the inflation?
Meanwhile, the Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry suggests that the government should focus on broadening the tax base rather than imposing taxes on a few individuals.
Let us find a more innovative way. I think recently when GIA introduced the electronic tax system, you realize the revenue went up. How do we increase revenue without necessarily burdening the private sector and businesses? Look, to increase your tax revenue, it's not about introducing new taxes or increasing the rate of existing taxes. It's about how efficient you are. Now we have gotten to a level where businesses are already at the peak. They are stressed out. So if you are introducing a new tax, you are in a way killing all the businesses. Let us be efficient in the collection of taxes. It's been proven that the more you increase the tax rate, the less your tax revenue. And there is a theory that has been developed and is there for all of us to see. Let us look at how we can, at this level, bring in a lot of people to come and pay the taxes.
Currently, business operators in Ghana face similar direct and indirect taxes on their trades.
From all indications, it is obvious that the business community here in Ghana is hoping for some sort of respite or relief from government when the Finance Minister, Ken Ofori-Atta, heads to Parliament to present the media budget come Friday, July 27, 2023. Reporting for Citi News, my name is Kweku Ediamansa.
The Commission for Technical and Vocational Education and Training has unveiled plans to implement a test serialization system during its upcoming 2023 Certificate 2 examination for technical students, scheduled to take place from 10th July to 4th August. Citi News' Daniel Odru-Mensah provides the details in the following report, read by Charles Owusukumi.
In an effort to curb examination leakages and promote independent thinking among candidates, the Commission for Technical and Vocational Education and Training will introduce a test serialization system in the 2023 Certificate 2 examination. This innovative approach involves generating multiple versions of the same questions with varying positions of test items, options, and keys on the question papers. Over 32,000 candidates are expected to participate in the 2023 Certificate 2 examination, comprising over 23,000 males and over 8,000 females. Dr. Fred J. Asamoah, the Director General of the Commission, provided further insight into the initiative.
It will allow the same test item to be administered at different examination centers. It will produce consistent and comparable scores and measures the same content and construct within each particular year. It will encourage teachers and learners to do effective teaching and learning in schools before examination. We all know that mostly when it gets to the end of a year, when there's examination, some instructors or learners wait to buy questions from fake website, from some of them you can hardly describe what they do, forgetting that the person that is writing exam could be the person that will be building his next building.
Dr. Samoa explained that the Commission will employ 8 different versions of the examinations this year, adding an extra layer of security and fairness to the assessment process.
We are starting off with 8 different versions of the exams. We hope that in the coming years, we will increase it to as much as 16 and possibly 24 versions. So in that case, if you have a classroom of 24 learners, or you have a classroom of 8 learners, each of them will have a different version of the exam. And with this, as we started early this year, we have encouraged all instructors and all learners and all institutions to put much effort into learning, both at the job place and in classroom, to make sure they are competent before exam.
You're still watching the Citi Newsroom, still ahead. Nungwa Traditional Council announces the lifting of the ban on drumming and noise making within its jurisdiction. We'll be back with the details, don't go away.
Is the neighborhood I'm having my 20s.
The very reason why I took it for us. See, the price is very good and it's spacious to contain all of us.
Alphabet City. Now I'm a landlord. I don't pay rent. And my Airbnb business is booming.
To me, Pamini, bank and I'm not saying Alphabet City. The pension pay me 20%. The payment plan, I want to share my man. Just say, very smooth.
This is a healthy place to raise our families and creating peace. Come on, be my neighbor.
Alphabet City, the ABC of Home Sweet Home.
Alphabet City is a classy and peaceful gated community in Sakumono. We have 24/7 top-notch security and high-quality access roads. We have 3 bedrooms and 2 washrooms, 3 bedrooms and 3 washrooms with boys' quarters. We have 3 bedrooms and 4 washrooms. We have 2 bedrooms and 2 washrooms, all with beautiful kitchens and kitchenettes. Call Alphabet City on 0240-111119 or 050-44-99999. Alphabet City, the ABC of Home Sweet Home.
Yes, we are back. Wines of South Africa, Rosa, is back in Ghana for the biggest wine show ever. Date, Saturday 15th July at the Labadi Beach Hotel, Accra. Time, 7 p.m. sharp. Wines of South Africa Grand Tasting Event 2023 is proudly brought to you by Wines of South Africa and John Williams Consults Ghana. This event is sponsored by Ghana Exports Promotion Authority and Best National Bank. Partners, South African High Commission, Accra, South African Airways, and Labadi Beach Hotel. Media partners, AmayalDebra.com, Citi FM, Citi TV, Voyage Afrique Magazine, and Ovation Magazine. Don't miss out on this extraordinary event by securing your tickets now at wosa2023.eventbrite.com or call 0553-271-032. Remember to come celebrate with Wines of South Africa, Saturday, 15th July 2023, 7 p.m. at Labadi Beach Hotel, Accra. Wines of South Africa, welcome to our world of discovery. Strictly by invitation and reserved for 18 years and above.
The point of view. Cabinet ministers have been accused of sabotaging a major government program, which almost every day was in the news. How come we haven't heard anything until after the interview and then we are told that this should be investigated?
With the complexities of the issues happening around us on a daily basis.
Bernard, we're not in a good place. We're not in a good place because we don't have access to the international capital market.
It's the hard-hitting conversations on The Point of View.
MPP and the NDC have had a consensus about economic policy. The fight really has been about who will be in power and who will be sitting at the edge of the trough and helping themselves and their associates.
And the probing questions of the point of view.
How many times have I even showed the world's most expensive hole? Why can't they tell us the exact amount? And why is it that what they told Parliament is not less than $1 million?
The twisted entanglements of politics and governance.
There's nothing wrong for a politician to address national issues and also respond to critics.
As well as religious and social discourse.
I think that people are entitled to their own opinion on issues. And so when the president said, I want to build a national cathedral, people can have their own opinion on matters. But let us pray that God will bless this economy so that we can have our roads built and the cathedral built.
The point of view brings you the policymakers and duty bearers and drills down to the very bottom of issues.
As part of your budget for the year is a line item that says what? Electricity.
Yeah.
So what's your reason for not paying?
Economy.
How can the economy be a reason? What about us?
The point of view airs every Monday and Wednesday at 9 p.m. only on Citi TV and is sponsored by Belpac. Belpac, just perfect.
Hello again. The Nungwa Traditional Council has announced the lifting of the ban on drumming and noise-making within its jurisdiction. The ban, which was imposed on June 26 as part of the activities to commemorate this year's Pleju Festival, lasted for a week. There is more in the following report by Citi News' Daniel Sakite and read by Charles Owusukumi.
Following the lifting of the ban, areas under the Nungwa Traditional Council, including Nungwa Township, Spintex, Oyibi, Lashibi, Klagon, Sakumono, and others, have come alive with vibrant drumming and joyful noises. In a ceremony held on July 3 at Abloko, Jano, the Gbabu Lomo, Wokuno, Bokete Lawa, the 31st, accompanied by the paramount chief of the Nungwa Traditional Area, Obuade Noche King Odaifio Welenti III, performed Gbeche the 6th, Chief of Nungwa, Asoprochona, and a member of the Nungwa Festival Committee. The right brought to the Traditional Council in an interview with Citi News.
Today, whatever you've seen today marks the end of ban on drumming and noise making in Nungwa. Today's week exactly, we had the same procedure, we had the same rights, and then we banned the noise making and drumming within the Nungwa traditional area. And today ends the ban on drumming and noise making. So, as we usually do, when it gets to this time, the king and the Ulomo, we call here Abloko Jano. They meet here, then we have some rite that we need to perform. Right from the Babuko, that's the Babu shrine, or the forest. So from there, the Ulomo and these people, they will perform the rite, whatever needs to be done. And later, they inform the king where they've gotten to. So at least they'll be monitoring the time. So at least by exactly some few minutes to 6, the Obonu drum, that's the king's drum, will be sounded. And then they'll be beating the traditional drum. So the king will dance, the traditional drum tries to signify that the ban on drumming is ended. So from there, they both will meet and then at least embrace themselves. But for quite some years now, such significant event hasn't happened. But lo and behold, as the committee and the two heads decide to unite as to be together this year, lo and behold, we've seen it and everything ended successfully.
He further emphasized that the observance of the ban on drumming and noise this year did not encounter any significant challenges. He also assured that all preparations are in place to celebrate the Plejo Festival.
Right from today till Sunday, it's all merrymaking. From Nungwa Beach side to Oyibi, Klagon, Lashibi, Bachona, and those villages can go on with their normal activities, make merry, and then, but as I already said, tomorrow is Tuesday. There's a deity that needs to be worshipped. That's the Oshe deity. And then the next day is Wednesday. That's the Shabu deity will also be worshipped. But Thursday is a free day for other activities. But on Friday, there's another deity called Abli. Then that one too will be worshipped. And then on Saturday, then that one is a day for Chawe. Chawe too will be worshipped. Then on Sunday, that is the climax of the whole performance. So that one is Bobu Kule, the final one. For this year's own has been calm and cool, so to say, because some years back we've been finding it difficult for people to understand when we are marking this particular event. But this year, though there were some 1 or 2 inches of problems, but it wasn't like previous years.
A group known as the Concerned Citizens of Ajay Kojo has issued a warning stating that they will prevent Member of Parliament for the Tema West constituency, Carlos Ahinkra, from engaging in any political activities in the area leading up to the 2024 general elections. Their decision stems from the authorities' failure to address the deplorable state of the roads in the area. The group has also stated their intention to take to the streets if the government does not meet their demand to make the roads passable within a 14-day ultimatum. The following report has more.
The roads in Ajay Kojo Township have become a major source of frustration for residents and motorists. The dusty and poorly drained roads have led to prolonged travel times and heavy vehicular traffic, negatively impacting economic activities in the area and neighboring communities. In response to this dire situation, some residents of Ajay Kojo have appealed to the government to take immediate action in fixing the poor road network. Evans McCarthy, the convener for the residents, emphasized the urgency of the matter.
Citizens of Ajay Kojo and its environs wish to call on the Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Bawumia-led government, Honorable Carlos Ahinkra and the Tema West Municipal Assembly to, as a matter of urgency, turn their attention to fix the following road networks in the Ajay Kojo Township. Some of these roads are the underbridge to Medina Road. And when we say underbridge to Medina Road, this road is connecting to Medina. And if this road is constructed, it's going to ease the traffic on the motorway.
Furthermore, the group has issued a strong warning that they will prevent the Member of Parliament for Tema West constituency from campaigning in the area ahead of the 2024 general elections. They have also threatened to stage protests if the government fails to intervene within 14 days.
Heed to our request will mean that they are inviting us to hit the streets in the name of demonstrations 14 days in order to drum home our grievances. Finally, we, the concerned citizens in this community, have also resolved not to allow any politician, especially the Member of Parliament for Tema West constituency, Honorable Carlos Ahinkra, to come to Ajay Kojo and its adjoining communities for any political activity.
Regina Mensah, a member of the unit committee of the Ajay Kojo electoral area, shares the sentiments of the group and has expressed her commitment to supporting the planned protest despite a previous attempt that was foiled by a court order.
Of Ajay Kojo, sometimes ago, we wrote to the police that we wanted to do demonstration for the roads. When we send it, even they send it to court, they didn't allow this, so we quit it off.
What will be your next line of action?
We are still planning to do the demonstration.
To gain further insight into the situation, the news team spoke with a commercial driver at a J. Kojo transport station who lamented the negative impact of the unmotorable roads on their business.
8 minutes to General Hospital. You can't even go into speed of even 15 kilometers. This is Ajay Kojo route. So when they talk about Ajay Kojo, it's not far away. Just 8 minutes drive to General Hospital. That is Tema West. So this one, the road, we are very tired. And when we hear of President coming to Ajay Kojo, you see that they will bring the tractors, every machine, and come and put on the road and level the road very neatly. Then after that, after the president has left Ajay Kojo, that is the end of the road.
In 2021, the government declared the year as the special initiative for road construction to address the infrastructure deficit. However, this initiative has faced widespread opposition, with critics describing it as a mere rhetoric.
Indeed, this is a government that has been in power for 6 years. And for me, I believe 6 years is a long time. And this is a government that has declared a year of roads. You understand? So it is unfortunate that we can see this kind of roads in Ajay Kojo. And what has happened over the years too is that this place has been neglected, has been abandoned. A lot of the things that they want to do, they do it at other places and even at the Tema main areas. But here has been abandoned. But this is also part of Tema West. There is a general perception that because this is a stronghold of the NDC, whatever they will do for them, they will still vote for the NDC. And that is why maybe they have been. These are some of the reasons that have come up, you understand.
Efforts to reach the municipal chief executive for comment have proven unsuccessful.
This is the Citi Newsroom. Up next, the CNR Business with Nashika Caesar.
Hello and welcome to CNR Business. My name is Nashika Caesar. Now, Ghana's local currency credit has been classified among African currencies with the worst spot returns. This, according to a Bloomberg report on the World Currency Ranker, the city's performance placed 17th, depreciating by 11.21% in the first half of 2023. There's more in the following report.
The Citi Business Festival, held annually in the month of June, is a prestigious initiative designed to empower Ghanaian businesses with essential strategies for growth and scalability. Covering various aspects of the economy, the festival seeks to equip, educate and encourage business leaders and entrepreneurs. The 2023 edition of the Citi Business Festival focused on the Made in Ghana agenda of Citi FM and Citi TV, celebrating the efforts and achievements of Ghanaian businesses. Throughout the 4-week-long festival, expert panels engaged in discussions about critical issues and shared in-depth knowledge to help businesses thrive. During the final week of the festival, the spotlight fell on the Residential Executive Management Bootcamp. The program targeted business managers, equipping them with new revenue generation techniques and insight to access untapped markets for growth.
According to Bloomberg, although the city lost about 11.21% to the US dollar in the first quarter of 2023, it is still classified among African currencies with worst spot returns. The city ended the first half of 2023 with a better performance recorded than the same period last year. Fitch Solutions has already predicted that the Ghana cedi will end 2023 at a rate of 12 cedis 40 pesos to $1, which is a significant improvement from the 38% depreciation recorded in 2021. Despite short-term exchange rate volatility, the cedi is eventually expected to stabilize given Ghana's program with the International Monetary Fund.
Generally, so far in 2023, the cedi has been relatively stable compared to what we knew from 2022. Last week, it was relatively more stable on the interbank market, fairly stable on the retail market. I think it gained some pesos really and closed the week. But from now going, it will be see more of that relative stability around the levels we see now. Those are the levels we could see it in the next few maybe days and weeks ahead of us. And
currently, the cedi is trading at about 11 cedis to $1, with analysts predicting that the value of the cedi will further shore up after Ghana received the first tranche of the $3 billion from the IMF. The Nigerian naira is the West African currency so far this year, according to Bloomberg. It has lost about 39%.
Now, the 2023 edition of the Citi Business Festival, which kicked off in June, has been brought to a successful end, with participants at the bootcamp commending management of Citi TV and Citi FM for the invaluable experience. Management of the company held a grand dinner to crown the end of the activities. I covered the event and I'll now bring you details.
The Citi Business Festival, held annually in the month of June, is a prestigious initiative designed to empower Ghanaian businesses with essential strategies for growth and scalability. Covering various aspects of the economy, the festival seeks to equip, educate and encourage business leaders and entrepreneurs. The 2023 edition of the Citi Business Festival focused on the Made in Ghana agenda of Citi FM and Citi TV, celebrating the efforts and achievements of Ghanaian businesses. Throughout the 4-week-long festival, expert panels engaged in discussions about critical issues and shared in-depth knowledge to help businesses thrive. During the final week of the festival, the spotlight fell on the Residential Executive Management Boot Camp. The program targeted business managers, equipping them with new revenue generation techniques and insight to access untapped markets for growth. This year, the boot camp successfully accommodated about 37 participants who gathered at the prestigious Platinum Bay Hotel in Abokobi, Accra. A grand dinner event was held to crown the conclusion of the Citi Business Festival, coinciding with the completion of the intensive management boot camp. Notably, the managing director of Citi FM and Citi TV, Samuel Atamensa, expressed confidence in the participants' ability to apply the knowledge acquired to elevate their respective companies to new heights.
This year had a different dimension with the element of artificial intelligence and its usefulness in management. We also delved into organizational cultures and our responses to change management. And it's energized all the managers as you hear them speak for themselves.
The participants highlighted the valuable takeouts from the week-long program.
Culture is very, very critical to the success of an organization. And for me, it was something that we really went through, extensively.
The very key thing that we would have to focus on is trust. At the foundation, trust is very, very important. So once you're able to build a very strong trust between the team, you are able to continue with the other building blocks.
So it has to do with team building. When you build a team and as time goes on, you realize that you do not have the right person in a particular seat, you switch them around, and if it doesn't work, sometimes you have to let them go, just so that the team can, thrive.
For others, it was all commendation for the management of Citi TV for a well-organized program.
We want to say a big thank you to Summons and his entire team.
No matter the best of strategies an organization may have, if the culture is poor, the strategy will not work.
The 2023 Citi Business Festival successfully concluded, leaving a lasting impact on participants who praised the event for its invaluable knowledge and networking opportunities. With the management bootcamp being a significant highlight of the festival, businesses now have new tools and strategies to spear.
And I have been reporting from the Platinum Bay Hotel here in Abokobi in Accra, where we wrapped up all events for the 2023 edition of the Citi Business Festival.
And that's it for CNR Business. My name is Nashika Caesar.
And that's how we wrap up. This has been the Citi Newsroom. But before we take leave of you, here is a look again at our top stories. Court remands into custody 2 persons suspected to have been involved in the daylight bullion van attack, which led to the death of a police officer at Ablekuma Fanmilk. Attorney General Godfred Yeboah-Dami raises concerns over comments affecting James Jachi Kweson's criminal trial. Residents of Ajay Kojo in the Greater Accra region threaten to block political activities in the area leading up to the 2024 general elections over neglected roads. Meanwhile, chiefs and residents of Nyankrom, Abuesi and Shamar in the western region demonstrate over poor roads. Presidential hopefuls of the NPP face voting committee and confident of approval for primaries. You can also visit our website, citinewsroom.com, for more news updates. Subscribe to CityTube on YouTube for more exclusive video content from Citi TV. Many thanks for watching. I'm Frima Edunyame.